Hey guys, it's Charlie from FHS666 here, bringing you with another the top 10 Super Mario Logan list. Today we're gonna be taking a look at the top 5 hottest SML characters. Yeah, there are no rules. Let's begin. Number 5 is Shrek, because Shrek eats cheesecake because he's a big hunky man. Yep, it's Shrek. Yep, it's the big boy Shrek. Yep, it's Shrek.
So if you guys haven't been around on my channel for a couple of weeks or months, then you've practically seen my YTPs. Some of them are like SML YTPs. And kind of think of it, I used to be one of those people who watch SML. And kind of think of it, the first SML video I saw was Mario's wig with my brother. I remember seeing that episode like a while back. But now in these days, it's just gotten a lot worser and worse, because Super Mario Logan has apparently fell down into its declined, which means it's not being good anymore. And yeah, people sometimes make diss track videos about SML, but they're not doing it on hate. It's just that they're saying that SML is not good anymore. And whenever they try to talk about it, well, the fandom does get a reaction. So, like in my videos about my distaste for Charlie from FHS Adventure, I realized that he's actually one of those toxic fan bases. In case if you don't know what toxic fan bases are, I don't know much about them either. Well, I'll explain as best as I can. A toxic fan base is literally about, I'm not sure, a fandom that is so obsessed with something and just completely renders all over it by either making terrible fan fiction about it, or draw some like weird fetish art, or sometimes whine about it and complain sometimes. Like, here are some examples about toxic fan bases: Five Nights at Freddy's, My Little Pony, Undertale, Cuphead, and most recently Godzilla. Those are perfect examples of how toxic fan bases can be. So, if you guys can tell, I'm gonna try my best to explain why SML is not that great anymore. But if you guys really want a full depth video of why SML is not good anymore, then I recommend you watch Antunes. I think that's the name. I can't pronounce it. Or like whatever. If you want to check him, I recommend you watch this guy's video explaining why SML is not good anymore. This guy, he's a good content creator, so go check out his channel and make sure you check out why SML is not that good anymore video. I know I'm basically gonna rip off Diamond Bolt's Ruin Forever stuff, but since he basically doesn't use them anymore, so I guess I might as well start my own. And yeah, we'll also be talking about the rise and sad demise of SML. And of course, we'll be taking a look of what happened, of what Logan did to ruin SML, and what the fandom did to ruin SML. Anyways, let's begin. I have a feeling I'm gonna get hated for this. Well, in order to start off things simple, a lot of people say that the beginning of the downfall had to begin with Jeffy. Now, don't get me wrong, I think he's actually kind of funny, but I'm not gonna say that I'm not a massive Jeffy fan. I'm actually much more of a Bowser Jr. fan. And yeah, but most people say that it's Super Luigi Logan that caused this to have a downfall, but to me, I think Super Luigi Logan is okay. Yeah, well, but a lot of people say that the true beginning of the downfall will probably have to do with the demonetization of SML. Well, I kinda hang it to you, because you know how YouTube it is when they're around mature stuff. But what actually happened to me, what actually started me to make this video, well, a lot of people say that this is considered to be the worst year for SML. which is Super Bowser Logan. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree Super Bowser Logan is one of the worst years for SML. Yeah, Jeffy and Super Luigi Logan might have hurt SML a little bit, but Super Bowser Logan is where they actually murdered it. I know I've been a bit harsh on Super Bowser Logan, but it's the truth. Nobody likes it. I mean, you could say that this is actually one of my favorite SML videos of all time. I'm not gonna lie, the bake sale actually made me laugh so hard. Yeah, I actually like the bake sale. But man, I actually found what I consider to be the worst SML episode of all time. The time where Craig the Devil took over Super Bowser Logan and spawned the worst SML video of existence. Jeffy's birthday. Yep. I actually have no words for this episode. It's just awful. It's just that Jeffy, can you take one hint? Jeffy cries a lot in this video. This is actually one of the worst videos, the worst SML video I've seen in my entire life, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. I know there are way worser SML videos out there, but nothing is worse than the fan base. Before I talk about the toxicity of the fan base, here's a little warning disclaimer. You need to click off this video right now if you have some type of mental disorder that you cannot handle this type of topics. So if you're one of those people, then you need to click off. But if you're brave enough to watch this, I'm very proud of you. So here we go. Like I said from the beginning, toxic fan bases are sometimes 12-year-olds who make big drama out of stuff. People who sexualize things and draws like weird, stupid, cringy art. Heck, even Daniel Teesprings himself said that the SML fandom is way worse than any other fandom. Let's take a listen to the audio.
I could stand here and officially say that Mario Logan's fan base is the worst fan base in all of YouTube. Worse than the PewDiePie fandom. Worse than the Cuphead fandom. Worse than the Undertale fandom. It is worse than all of them combined. It's even worse than some of the actual YouTube fandoms, like the Ruby Root fandom or the Jake Paul fandom.
You see, what he's trying to say, this is how toxic the SML fandom really is. Well, Charlie FNAF HS Adventure, to me, he is, or she is, the crown jewel of all toxic fan bases. I literally despise him. Heck, even people sometimes despise him as well. He never actually makes original videos. He only makes like sometimes stock videos, even though he has to be aware of copyrights. And when people try to tell him to avoid copyrights or don't make that much AMVs, he calls us haters. So if he's actually watching this video right now, here's some advice for you, Charlie FNAF HS. 1, you take a break from me because you're actually making things worse for me. You're creating the next worst fan base, which is the Hyper Godzilla 1998 fan base. So you need to stop and just leave me alone and just take time and think of something original, like show your voice or make up your own plush series or your own figure series like me. But whatever, I know that you're basically a 12-year-old and you're a bit toxic and you don't understand. You can act or do whatever you want, but the consequences will come after you. So here we are, the conclusion. I'm sorry I didn't have enough time to go fully depth, and this is the best I can explain why SML is ruined forever. But the true question is SML ruined forever? The answer: it is actually ruined forever. Indeed it is. Because Super Bowser Logan is basically an insult to the original SML. I even showed SML to my dad, and my dad didn't like SML. Heck, he's possibly gonna flip out of how SML today is now. But that's ruined forever, and it feels like Logan, he really needs to update his game now. Because he's in a loose situation with Jeffy. He's stuck with Jeffy forever. And for those of you Jeffy haters that want Jeffy gone, I don't think Logan can do that anymore, because his channel will just basically die without Jeffy. And for the toxic fanbase and Charlie FNAF HS itself, they can burn in hell. That's it. Hope you enjoy my own version of Ruin Forever, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.
The kingdom of fire, far away down. That's where we're going. Far, far away.